What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another episode for Dragon Ball Legends. Should not be a very long video today, probably even less than 10 minutes, but we do have some new information from official social media sources, the game developers, and of course, as you all know, I do like to go over all the new upcoming stuff and talk about it with everybody. It's kind of my thing. So, we do have Saiyan Day approaching. Now, for last year, we did get LF Gohan, actually our first LF Legends Limited unit, because the Beerus that preceded him did not have his legendary finish at the time. So last year for Saiyan Day, the Perfect Cell again and the LF Gohan banner dropped. And they did, on social media, this kind of little teaser reveal about who we were going to get, so we kind of knew ahead of time. And they have officially started that up again for this year. Almost 100% identical to how they did it last year. So we're going to hop on the internet, check that out, and we actually have a strong theory as to who we might actually be getting before they actually tease and throw it, the information out. As you can see by the background here, First Form Frieza is who the community and myself are thinking that we have a very strong possibility of seeing. And in relation to that, a shout out to Rudo830. This dude's got amazing perspective, point of view based art. You check him out on Twitter. You'll be able to check out all these different pieces that he has, which I absolutely love. So huge shout out again to him. But let's bring up the information for the day that we have to discuss. So, as of about an hour ago, they released this image right here. Global SNS 530,000 followers celebration campaign on now. The global SNS and in-game campaigns start today. For each mission below completed, everyone gets 1x Masters Pack 3 summon ticket. If all missions are completed, you'll get 3x of the 30% Masters Pack 3 tickets. So nothing too crazy there. Masters Pack 3 is what it is. For newer players, it's great, but I have, pretty much every single unit on that banner pretty well starred up, so it doesn't help me out too much. But more importantly is this chart right here. So we have the 9 squares with all the associated missions, 20,000 likes across, I'm assuming, Facebook and Twitter. Win co-op 100,000 times. Send 100,000 praise points in PvP. Retweet 3,000 times, which has already been surpassed. Clear 2.5 million story and event missions. 20 billion total guild points. 3 million adventures complete. 500 comments, which has probably already been breached as well. And collect 20 million pieces of equipment. So as we start to complete these missions, starting probably with these two right here that are already done, they will start to lift these blue squares and we will get an image behind that will tease an upcoming unit. So it doesn't actually specifically mention Saiyan Day here, it just kind of lines up that way. So this might not be the official Saiyan Day celebration, but 530,000 followers, and it just seemingly to line up at the same time. So probably they'll combine both of those celebration type events into one, between Saiyan Day and this 530,000 followers, because that's a little bit of a weird number, which is going to bring us back to that Frieza point that we had mentioned earlier. So if you were to look back in the manga and check out Frieza here, we actually conveniently have it pulled up for you already. But fret not, I don't plan to fight you at my full capacity. My power level is 530,000. So exactly 530,000 is the base power level for this first form Frieza when they're on Namek at the start of, Goku's battle with Frieza and, stuff. Actually, I guess Vegeta, Gohan, and all them technically start at first because Goku's still a little hurt, and then Piccolo shows up even before Goku. But that aside, going back to this right here, we can again check out last year. I scrolled all the way back to March 7th, 2019. So this is last year when they started doing the same thing. And the tiles start to come up. And we had the reveal, of course, of the Father-Son Kamehameha Gohan again. So again, identical to what they did last year. But based off of this number, 530,000, and based off of some interviews that we've gotten from Toshi and others, they do intend to, at some point, have bad guy or villain Legends Limited or Legendary Finish units. And Frieza being the villain that's pretty much the most consistently reoccurring one you see in Dragon Ball and one of the most popular, it would definitely make sense for them to start there. Although it's a little interesting, they'd be starting with, his first form. Perhaps he'll be like a transforming unit, and then he will, have an ultimate arts on a secondary main ability or something like that. Again, we have no idea yet. This is purely speculation based off this arbitrary 530,000 number they picked. Usually they do things like this and there is meaning behind them, so it really wouldn't surprise me if Frieza is the unit we end up getting. But of course, as these tiles start to come up, I will be resharing this information on my Twitter and in the Facebook group, so be sure to follow along if you use those social medias and you haven't already. I would love to see you there, and definitely let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts on a possible Legends Limited Frieza being our first villain limited unit coming up here in about 2 weeks or so. Definitely want to know what your thoughts are. Personally, again, I think it's a great idea. I think we should have gotten Legends Limited bad guys, already. They did say that they wanted Kid Buu to be one, but because of gacha laws in Japan and the fact that he was releasing with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the same time, it just didn't work out where that was, legally feasible for them with that banner structure. So they abandoned that, and now it appears that Frieza will be our first limited bad guy. I wonder what his LF will be. I wonder if it'll be like Pod Frieza blowing up Planet Vegeta style, or if it'll be more like an elaborate finger laser if he stays in his first form. I really have no honest idea. But of course, again, I will be keeping everyone up to date, so be sure to follow along, again, if you haven't already. With that being said, that's pretty much all we have for today in terms of information. I was thinking of starting a new series on the channel, which is going to be like hot takes from Legends, first and foremost. That's where we'd be starting, like covering controversial topics in the game, examining like Rising Rush and how half the community is divided. Like if you look through Facebook, you will see like very staunch, adamant defenders of Rising Rush and people who absolutely put it on blast as well. Also things like sidestep, other game mechanics, the way the game works, decisions the developers make. I think that could make for an interesting discussion style series of videos. So let me know what you think about that down below in the comments as well, whether you'd be interested or not to hear me ramble about some stuff Legends related, which we could always branch out and take it other places besides Legends, but I figured that'd be a good starting point for me to practice that format. So with that being said, we'll also have a tier list up and coming as soon as the Ultimate Battle season ends, because this whole 14 stars for everyone does kind of screw up the results a little bit, because teams that normally aren't very competitive actually do fairly well in this mode, but we know that this is not the long-term structure for the game, so I don't want to make a tier list right now until we have the regular game mode back and we can kind of test out Sin Shenron and Baby Vegeta under more normal circumstances. With that being said, again, you guys, I do hope you have a great day. Let me know what your thoughts are again on this banner and everything else I mentioned in the video down below. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving it a thumbs up, help spread it out so more people can see it. I supremely appreciate each and every one of you guys that is, consistently watching the videos and leaving comments. It wouldn't be nowhere near as fun on YouTube without you all around. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so I can see you again on future uploads. That's, again, pretty much everything we have for today. I will be seeing you again very soon on another future upload. Until then, I hope you all have a great day or evening. Peace out. We'll see you soon.